Right now, as we speak, I am coming at you live from inside the new renovated studios of SiriusXM Mad Dog Sports Radio. And I must say, it's quite impressive. It's quite impressive. If you look around, you see all of this stuff right there, the TVs and everything else. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I'm very, very happy with what I'm seeing right here at SiriusXM. What I am not happy about is a couple of things. I'm not happy at an organization in the NFL, and I am not happy at an individual in the National Basketball Association. Which one do you want me to hit first? That's the question. Which one do you want me to hit first? Because I got a news for you. I got a lot on my mind. I got a lot on my mind. And Odell Beckham Jr., I'll get to him. But to me, the real target is the New York Giants, and I'll get to that a little bit later on. I'll also get into Josh Norman of the Washington Redskins, the former Carolina Panther, in a little while. I'll even talk a little boxing about Mr. Tyson Montana, a.k.a. Tony Montana from Scarface. Mr. Cokehead himself, literally unapologetic about it and talking about, hell, why can't I live? If I want to do some coke, what's the problem? I mean, damn, here I am telling folks all the time, stay off the weed. And this dude is in Britain sniffing up some coke, being the heavyweight champion of the world, and on a serious matter, talking about depression and how he doesn't want to live anymore, which is a serious, serious matter, and I'm certainly not trying to make fun in that regard. But we'll talk about that as the show progresses. There is no doubt. I got something else on my mind, though. And that something else is Kevin Durant. Did you see the game last night? Did you see the game? Did you see the Golden State Warriors stomp, romp, and beat down the Los Angeles Clippers? Yes, it was just a preseason game. That is true. It is a meaningless exhibition game to get guys to get set for the regular season. But here's what I'm saying to y'all. The Golden State Warriors won 120-75. I guess it doesn't matter that much to DeAndre Jordan, huh? You got your gold medals, didn't you? You did it, DeAndre. No big deal to just lose NBA games because you got gold medals. Good riddance. Blake Griffin getting a tech while he's on the bench in the third quarter. Clippers being down 71-33 at the half. You see, here's where I'm with this. Here's where I'm at with this. And I'm just gonna say it. And I know everybody's tripping. They saw me say it in our first take this morning to my man Max Kellerman. But I'm dead serious. Kevin Durant has ruined the 2016-2017 regular season. That's right, I said it. He's ruined it. Ruined it. I mean, what's there to look forward to, y'all? I mean, I guess with Pau Gasol and David Lee to go along with Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge and Tony Parker, I guess San Antonio's going to be all right. We saw what could potentially happen to the Clippers whenever they go against the Warriors because they don't have the depth of the personnel as far as I'm concerned. And I love me some Chris Paul. What a floor general. Blake Griffin is a star. DeAndre Johnson is a stud. DeAndre Jordan, I'm sorry. But personnel-wise, how do they compare to Golden State? Who's going to stick Kevin Durant on the perimeter? Who's going to stick Klay Thompson? The fact that this is the greatest shooting backcourt we've ever seen in NBA history. One of them got to be left open. What am I missing? Don't y'all know basketball? Don't you see everybody today playing basketball? Don't you see the need for everyone to double? Who you doubling? Who? Have you ever seen Klay Thompson and Steph Curry shoot? They don't even have to be set. The other day they had a video of Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson in practice. They went 75 straight seconds shooting back-to-back jump shots without missing. This is what's going on. And I'm trying to tell y'all, it's a serious business. Kevin Durant has ruined the 2016-2017 regular season. I guess Oklahoma City can make it interesting. Because I'm not underestimating Russell Westbrook. He's my choice for league MVP. And think about it, with Oladipo, with Enes Kanter, with Steven Adams. I mean, they got a damn good team. Serge Ibaka's gone. Kevin Durant is gone. But if you look at these dudes overall, I got to tell you, if you really, really think about it, they got a shot. But it's an outside shot. We all know that basically right now where we are, it's about Cleveland versus Golden State for the NBA Finals. And in the meantime, during the regular season, if you're in New York, have you gone to Rutgers? Or in any city in the United States, do you go to the park and just watch annihilations, blowouts, pickup games looking like horse from time to time? Is that exciting to you? Because that's what we're going to get. This is not an insult to Kevin Durant. This is a testament to his greatness. He's 6'10", 7'6" wingspan, can pull up from 30, got a handle. Him, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry are good for 85 to 90% from the free throw line every year. So they ain't missing perimeter shots. They ain't missing free throws. And oh, by the way, they got mid-range shooting ability as well. How in God's name are you going to stop them? I mean, this is preposterous. And if you're Kevin Durant, blasphemous. That's right, I said blasphemous. You are one of the top 3 players in the world, and you go to the team who beat you? You go to the team that beat you? By the way, you're up 3-1. You choked in Game 6. You waited too late to get it going in Game 7. So you within 48 minutes of a berth, your second to the NBA Finals. Couldn't close the deal in Game 5, which was predictable because that was back in Golden State. Choked in Game 6. And then Game 7 comes. And you lollygag around before really amping it up. And it's too little, too late. And then somehow, some way you sit down in the offseason and decide that's the team you're going to go to. Not the Clippers, not the San Antonio Spurs, not the Miami Heat, not the New York Knicks. You decide that you're going to go to the Golden State Warriors. Best shooting backcourt in history, 73-9, reigning 2-time league MVP. And that's where you choose to go. I've said this before and I'll say it again. And I sincerely mean no disrespect. But I'm just calling it like I see it because, damn it, that's what I do. It is the weakest move I have ever seen by a superstar in the history of pro sports. And if anybody has a weaker move made by a superstar, feel free. This is the Stephen A. Smith Show on Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82. The number to call up, as is the case every weekday from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is 888-MAD-DOG-6. That's 888-623-3646. You can catch me on Twitter at Stephen A. Smith. You can catch me on Facebook at Stephen A. You can catch me on national television every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on ESPN 2. Doing First Take with my man Max Kellerman and the moderator Molly Curum. I'm not hard to find. Tell me a weaker move made by a superstar in professional sports. And by the way, do you know better than coming at me with LeBron James, right? You know I don't want to hear that, right? LeBron James came to a Miami team that was 47-35, got bounced out in 5 games in the first round by the Boston Celtics. When he went to Miami, not only did he go because he was treated like garbage in Cleveland, folks talking about him behind his back, trying to put his personal business out there, totally betraying him. Not only was that a problem, let's also remember this fact. When he went there, even though they were the favorites, there were still some questions as to whether or not they were going to beat Boston. And if you recall, Boston still had KG, who is not yet beyond his prime. They still had Paul Pierce. They still had Ray Allen. And they had Rajon Rondo. Remember that? They had just lost in the finals to the Lakers. And they were determined and hell-bent on getting back. Kendrick Perkins went down. Rondo wasn't 100%. Ray Allen was down at one point during the playoffs. So they wanted to come back healthy. And it was not a foregone conclusion that Miami would beat Boston. They went to the finals the first year. They lost to Dallas. They came back the second year, and they were down 3-2 to KG, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Rondo, and Doc Rivers coaching them. They were down 3-2. And LeBron went ballistic at TD Bank Garden. Dropped 45 and 15. That is how Miami survived. And ultimately went on to win that series and then beat the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Finals to capture LeBron's first title. They were down 3-2 to Boston. They won a game 7. That's how it happened. It was not a foregone conclusion. Have you seen this Golden State Warriors team? Am I supposed to believe that somehow, some way, what's going to happen is we're going to look at Golden State, and we're going to think that LaMarcus Aldridge, who averaged 39.5 to 40 points in games 1 and 2 of the Western Conference semifinals against Oklahoma City, then disappeared the last 4 games and was even played less minutes than Tim Duncan, and Tim Duncan was put in crunch time, even though he was old and could barely walk. That's who Popovich decided to go to instead of LaMarcus Aldridge. So I'm supposed to believe he, in concert with Kawhi Leonard, who's a stud, now that they got Gasol and David Lee, they're going to be all right? I'm supposed to believe that? I'm not sold. I'm not convinced. Kevin Durant is one of the greatest players on the planet, top 3. He is a superstar basketball player. This dude could average 30 in his sleep. And I understand, egos aside. You don't want to deal with the egos, who takes the last shot and all of this other stuff. Playing with Russell Westbrook, I get it. But why'd you have to go to Golden State? It's almost the equivalent of trying to buy a championship, which is something I haven't been averse to in the past because I'm a diehard Yankee fan, and I love my man George Steinbrenner. And I've always been of the mindset, the hell with it. But that's George Steinbrenner, the owner, fielding the best team he could. As a player, when you went to the New York Yankees, you went for the money and the prestige. Golden State couldn't give Kevin Durant more money than Oklahoma City. You left because you wanted to. And you went to the team that beat you. To me, that is lame. To me, that is weak. To me, it's got me wishing they didn't win. Just because I want competition. I'm not rooting against Kevin Durant. I'm rooting against lopsided contest. He's too great to have gone to Golden State. That's what I'm trying to say. And the fact that you were on a team that was a championship contender, that came within 1 game of going to the finals, and you leave to go to the team that beat you, is as weak as it gets. I don't know what to say more than that. And I'm open to hearing what y'all think, because from my vantage point, I firmly believe, ladies and gentlemen, that the regular season is ruined. I hope I'm wrong. And I'm not talking about ruined in terms of other teams playing. Of course, I want to see what the Knicks do. Of course, I want to see what Boston does. Of course, I want to see if Toronto can duplicate their success from last year. Of course, I want to watch LeBron and Cleveland and them. Of course, I want to see Russell Westbrook. That's the #1 story to me. Outside of Golden State, I want to see Russell Westbrook. I want to see what he does with his team. I want to see what San Antonio does. I want to see if DeAndre Jordan truly means it when he says a championship, the gold medal's better, with that ignorant soundbite of his. Hell, you mean a gold medal's better than the NBA championship? Beating Australia, Argentina, Spain, Brazil, Angola? What the hell are you talking about? Want to hear that? And they're going to go to Golden State last night and lose by 45. And this stuff is embarrassing. But that is where we are. That is where we are. And I don't know what to say about it, nor do I know what to do about it. I'm not going to denigrate, and I'm not trying to denigrate Kevin Durant. I'm really not. I'm speaking to his greatness. How do you go and join that great of a team? How do you do that? When you were within one game of beating them to go to the NBA Finals? I really don't know what to say. I really don't know what to feel. I'm just so disgusted I can't even put it into words. But this is where we are. I love my basketball. Basketball is very, very important to me, very special to me. My career was made in the sport of basketball. I usually can't wait for NBA seasons. I gotta admit to y'all, I'm really not that interested in watching Golden State. I'm not interested in watching massacres. Watching guys get toyed with. Because the team collectively is so superior. But I will say this. If Kevin Durant goes through all of this and does not win the title, oh my God. Y'all thought LeBron had it bad. Could you imagine if KD doesn't win the title this year? What his life is going to be like? You went through all of that and still didn't capture a championship. 888 Mad Dog 6 is always the number to call up. That's 888-623-3646. I'll stay on Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors. I'll get into Derrick Rose and his civil suit a little bit later on. I'm definitely going to get into Odell Beckham Jr. as well because I kind of think he's getting a bad rap. I think everybody's looking at him instead of looking at the Giants and some of the things that they have and have not done. That's just me. We'll get into that and so much more as the show progresses today. You are listening to Stephen A. on Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.